So the first page is just the basics. Where do you want your speech emailed to and what's your speaker role? Wedding speakers are becoming more diverse, but we generally think that everyone can fit into one of three categories: newlywed, parent, or friend. If you're a sibling, you may be speaking in the absence of your mum and dad, in which case pick the parent option. But you may be speaking more as a best man or a best woman, in which case pick the friend option. It's up to you. Next, on to the questions. Now, depending on your timescale, you can bash out your responses in half an hour. But if you have time to play with, save your answers and come back to them a few days later. We bet you have plenty more to say. Generally, the more information you give us, the better your speech will be. Don't worry about how it's all going to come together. Remember, Speechyai AI is super smart and will do all the hard work for you. Just answer the questions as well as you can and remember to save as you go. Here's a few tips for answering the questions. Firstly, don't worry. You don't have to answer everything. Just ignore the questions that leave you stumped. Equally, don't bother repeating yourself. There's no need. Tip 2. Don't resort to boring old adjectives. Kind, smart, funny, they really don't add much. Instead, try and bring those adjectives to life by providing the evidence of them in action. Don't just tell us someone is forgetful. Tell us about the time they forgot where they parked the car and you had to spend 3 hours looking for it. Or if you're going to criticise their bad music taste, tell us about the sort of tunes they inflict upon you. Tip 3. Don't tell Speechyai AI anything you don't want it to use. It will use it. Tip 4. Be clear. Try and write in full sentences if you can, and make sure any of the anecdotes you include could be understood by a stranger. And now off you go and get started. Your responses will be automatically saved as soon as you click out of the response box, but there's regular opportunities to save them too.